Get ready, Colorado, because a lot of wet, heavy snow is coming down trees, power lines, just general chaos from a big spring storm. And today, just a little bit of rain. Thanks for joining us at 4 o'clock. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Steve Stager in for Phil Lipoff. We're gearing up for a weather impact alert tomorrow, so we want to get straight to Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin.
Hi guys, there's a reason we always say don't turn on your sprinklers and don't do too much in the way of gardening until Mother's Day, because we have heavy wet snow coming and a hard freeze. And while we haven't seen this in a very long time, it's not that unusual. Outside right now, we're tracking a few light rain showers and a few mountain snow showers, but the storm has yet to arrive. So tomorrow, a weather impact alert for that wet, heavy snow in the mountains and in Denver, and the potential for a hard freeze when that system clears out. Snow mounts, it's looking like we could see at a minimum 4 inches in Denver. Up to 8 is certainly possible. And in the foothills, 1 to 2 feet. So this is going to go a long way for that summer water supply. Hard to believe we're talking about snow when you see 80s on the map in southeastern Colorado today and mid 70s in downtown Denver. Already seeing scattered showers around the area, a little bit of mountain snow. We expect additional rain showers to move into Denver with a little bit of thunder and lightning. So grab the jacket and umbrella if you're headed out. Denver won't really see the snow fill in until about lunchtime tomorrow. And then when it fills in, it's going to turn heavier and go all night tomorrow night, all throughout the day on Wednesday before skies start to clear. And that's when we have fears for a hard freeze, as temperatures could go into the mid-20s. Not a terribly cold 12 to 24 hours right here, but coming up, we'll have the timing and impact of one storm that's going to combine forces with a second storm to produce what we haven't seen all winter long. So much to talk about, you guys. I'll see you in just a bit.
All right, Kathy, we'll check in with you in a bit. Thank you. One of the areas that could see the most snow is the foothills of Jefferson County. Evergreen is going to be more like temporary white.
Yeah, with so many tree limbs and green leaves. Every tree is full right now. We could see power outages. Our Marshall Zellinger is covering all things foothills for us. From I-70 near Genesee, power concerns, emergency response concerns, even keeping the highway open, Marshall.
Yeah, first I want to commend Steve for really selling that dad joke. CDOT tells me it would proactively bring down that road closed bar and shut down a highway like I-70 if it needed to before crashes start blocking traffic. Think back to a few weeks ago in the 70-plus car crash near the tunnel. Meanwhile, other concerns in the foothills besides the highway include tree branches getting too heavy, taking down power lines, and then also the concern of emergency responders being able to get to any emergency. There are winter storm preparations that even the first responders must make. If Chris Bianchi's confidence forecast brings the confidence,
wow, Evergreen's expecting 6 to 12 inches of snow.
Then Evergreen's fire trucks will need extra traction.
Little tight curves and non-paved roads. All these things make it a little bit of a challenge for us living up here.
As a resident, Stacy Martin welcomes the spring snow. As Assistant Chief of Evergreen Fire Rescue, it depends on how much snow.
That's good news for us. We're happy that Mother Nature has finally decided to bring us a little bit of winter. But as always, that makes it an interesting, maybe 24, 48 hours for us as firefighters.
Xcel Energy, which serves Evergreen, will have 165 extra staff on standby across the state. Farther south and east, Core Electric will do the same for its service area.
Pine, Conifer, Bailey area, and then we serve all the way down to Woodland Park, which is also expecting heavy snowfall as well.
The concern for power companies are the tree branches with leaves near power lines.
A lot of the trees are already leafed out, so there's just a lot more kind of surface area for the snow to drag onto, pull that weight down and break off branches.
And then after the storm passes and the sun comes out, there's surprisingly another risk for power outages.
When a lot of that heavy wet snow gets on the lines, then melts and falls off, it can cause those lines to slap and create faults.
Mother Nature's done with winter. She's about to tell us, no, watch this.
That fire truck even has a button that creates automatic chains on the tires, but those chains are only for about 3 to 6 inches of snow, which is why they got the big boys. A good reminder, Colorado has a traction law, so you need good tread on your tires, any car, a passenger vehicle. And if you don't have good tread, you're supposed to carry passenger chains. That goes through the end of May. It's only June, July, August where that law is not really in effect. And Kim and Steve, do you want to just guess at all these cars on I-70 right now that have bad tread on their tires that shouldn't be on the road tomorrow afternoon in the evening?
Marshall, we know after that last storm when that was just a nightmare. And, you know, we just haven't had winter, but that's no excuse. You can't say you forgot how to drive. Your tires are key.
I'm going to hear a lot. No one says I forgot how to drive in the snow. They always blame the other person who they say forgot how to drive in the
100%.
snow. I just know, for those of you that drive the manual, keep it in second gear. And if you have an automatic, I say keep it in low gear and let your lifting up off the gas be your braking and avoid the brake. This has been Driving Class with Marshall Zellinger.
I was just going to say driver's ed 101. Thank you, Marshall. Or just don't drive. I mean, we've told you about this storm, so no necessary to go somewhere. All right, thank you.
He's got the quarter zip and everything. He's ready for driving school.
He's so ready to teach.
We reached out to CDOT, by the way, about their plans to keep the roads clear during the storm. They said they will start a snow shift tomorrow ahead of the storm in the metro. That will include about 100 plows. They'll have another 30 plows along the I-70 mountain corridor. Because of the potential for downed trees and power outages, CDOT wants to remind drivers that you should treat all dark intersections like four-way stops. They're also warning drivers to give yourselves more time for your Wednesday commute.
As of now, the city of Denver has not activated its cold weather shelters, but other organizations like Denver Rescue Mission are getting ready to provide a safe and warm place for people experiencing homelessness to wait out the storm. Something they haven't had to really do as much this year because of the warm, dry winter.
No mistake, when winter weather does come, our services are a little bit more stretched, but it doesn't mean we're not prepared. The mission is always ready for winter storms when they do come. Fortunately, like the winter has been warm, and so we haven't had to, so to speak, step into some of the reserves that we might have to.
Denver's policy is to open cold weather shelters when temperatures hit 25 degrees or below, or when there's more than 2 inches of snow expected. We reached out today to find out how they plan to implement the shelter program. We haven't heard back just yet.
Well, the Rockies are already changing their schedule to make way for the weather. They moved today's game against the Mets up to 3:40 instead of its original 6:40 start. It's a 3-game series with games scheduled for tomorrow night and Wednesday afternoon. We're still waiting to hear if the Rockies plan to proceed with those games. The Avalanche, they have already called it for Avs Alley, that new outdoor viewing area for playoff games. With the snow coming in tomorrow, they've decided to cancel the gathering outside Ball Arena for Game 2.